So welcome to King's Backyards Farming. We're back here today, and I've got Ian back today because we want to look at some organic ways of dealing with pests in our garden, and we've got some aphids that you'll see close up. The boys have taken some close-up footage on these beans. So Ian, we did notice there was some ladybugs hanging around. What are they doing?
Well, the ladybugs are a beneficial predator for a lot of the pests, particularly, there's one just right there, I can see it coming in and feeding on them. You can just up and down. So, a garden.
There's another one up there, so there's quite a few ladybirds here.
Yeah, so they'll get attracted to the insects that you don't want, and they'll start eating them. So what you need to understand in nature, and I call insects or predator insects or nature's garbage collectors. So their role in nature is to take out that which is not in balance. The first thing that...
So we've got calcium must be deficient, and phosphorus. So
calcium and phosphorus.
As if this discussion's been about how we do it organically, what can we do in the home? Like, what can we do in our own kitchen to come up with some, you know, witchcraft or brew?
Sure. So what you can do is make a calcium, an available liquid calcium brew.
It's quite therapeutic. Well, let's go and make some of the calcium.
Yeah. Okay, now just the first thing with this apple cider vinegar, now there are many different types, but this one is one that I sourced, and it's actually particularly formulated for. So if we look at the two different apple cider vinegars, you will notice here, this is probably pasteurised. So that and you'll see it's a lot clearer. This is, you have to shake this up. It's got all the solids in there. So this is a more natural product, and it retains all the vitamins. Once you pasteurize it, you do a heat treatment, so you're killing off all the vitamins.
Honey.
Same as honey.
Yeah. Raw honey's good for you.
All the antibiotics.
Other honey's just tasty.
So, and you also notice it's got garlic in it. Now, garlic, as we know from an organic farmer, garlic repels a lot of insects and do that. So you could actually try, I just suggest to home gardeners, just try this if you can.
So we should try some on those aphids?
Yes, we should just spray it on there. That's step number one. This is so natural, and it's
see if it kills it.
Very alkaline, which they won't like, and you've got the garlic as a repellent. So that could be step number one.
So this one's for human consumption, or is it?
Yes. I drink this every day.
Oh, you drink it? I drink beer, mate. But
well, I'm not a beer drinker, but
I'll try some.
You know, a tonic, and
so here we go.
That in itself is so strong.
Just need the yabbies.
So that's one ingredient.
All right. So we've got our apple cider vinegar.
And we've got
our eggshells. How many do you need? We got a few.
The two things you need to be aware of. First of all, you want to have clean eggshells, so you don't want to have any bacteria in that going into the brew, which can upset that. So the simple way to do that is to heat treat the eggs, is to wash them and heat treat them. You'll see there's the leftover albumin from the egg, so you want to be able to clean that out.
So I'm going to put them in the microwave in.
So put them in the microwave and just give them a bit.
What do you reckon? A minute? 2 minutes?
I'll try a minute. Or another quick way, if people don't have a mortar and pestle, is a little coffee grinder. Something like that is perfect. Depends on the volume of eggs that you collect. And you may see over there you've got the blender. So you may use a blender. And the finer the eggshell, the better the product you're going to get with the breaking it down.
So it's got lots of herbs and things. We do a lot of curries and that, so the herbs get... Yeah. When we're too lazy to use that.
Yeah. So
is that all we have to do? Just get them hot?
Yeah, just get them hot. That will also help to change because what we've got is calcium carbonate, and what we're going to do is actually create calcium acetate with the vinegar.
Because we're doing organic, we have to do it by hand too.
Yeah.
I was always told not to get eggshell in our food. You see that's coming down. Do you reckon that's fine enough here?
I think for today it's more about just the process, and then
There's a bit of dust there,
yeah, which is good. Here, what we'll do is put up on the website the ingredient mix. So we're just going to. It's more of just a very quick demonstration of the process.
Yep.
And we can get you the
So that goes in there.
So that goes in there, and then we want about 500 ml. So we've got, if you see on there, so we're going to put some apple cider vinegar.
3 cups, yeah.
Just,
Oh, she fizzes up a bit.
probably about enough. And the thing to do from
He's
here
frothing up, isn't he?
is you want to leave this for 1 or 2 days so that you've got the full reaction going.
Look at that, it's really foaming up.
Away there. Once the reaction is finished, you should end up with just a creamy pale liquid,
Yep.
So you just need to
Look
let
at
all that go.
Look at it, going great.
And then what you're going to end up is pure calcium liquid. And depending upon the volume that you get, we'll put on the website, but you might do it like 10 to 20 to 1. So 1 litre of calcium could make up to 20 litres of spray.
Oh, so you just mix it with water.
So we're going to mix that with water. So that's your diluted, that's your concentrate. And you'll just need, what I suggest is you can, because you've got, like say you get 20 litres, you've got a normal watering can is 10 litres. I would be putting some on the soil, drenching that, and then I would also do a spray on the leaves.
So we're going to inject that through the drippers? Put it through the injector we've already got?
Yeah, perfect.
So
that's one very cheap, simple way to get your calcium.
And you can use your eggs.
And you save your eggs.
So how would I use that in the garden?
So we've got that and that. Now we need to get some cleaning fluid. Have you got any bleach or So what we're doing here, this particular brew, a bit of extra sugar, so we've got phosphorus, carbon dioxide and sugar in here. We've got the acetic acid, which is the vinegar, and we've got the bleach. Those energy, fruiting agent to plants. So if you've got tomato bushes or something that's growing, can't see any flowers, then you make up a brew on that, and I will give you the recipe so that you can put it up on the website.
Yep.
And the trick to this is you need to spray it at night, so after dark. And you'll need to do 2 or 3 sprays to initiate flowering in there. Now, so that's what we want to do. And we're doing a similar brew with this out in the field, and I was just out there this morning, Mitch.
Yeah.
And, we do this spray at night, 3 days apart, and instantly, I'm talking about within 1 or 2 days, you get the female flowers and the pollination. We've got a lot of new crop out there.
That's a good thing.
By this thing, because we wanted a fruiting response at a certain time.
Yeah, but we're not using Coca-Cola, and we're not using... So we bought straight acetic acid in a 200 litre drum.
Yes.
What are we using for the phosphorus?
So we're using phosphoric acid.
So we bought phosphoric acid.
And we're using ammonia, aqua ammonia. About a 35%.
So it's the same products, just more refined.
This is just what you can get out of your house, and it still works.
Yep.
That's the main thing. So it's understand. So when you're gardening, if you want to grow the plant, make sure you've got a bias towards your growth energy minerals. You want fruiting, you want a bias towards your fruiting energy. Back to calcium and phosphorus.
So how much of this would I put in a litre of water? We're going to try spraying some of those insects. How much of that per litre of water?
Well, I've got it in the car, but it's about 250. I'll give you a mix. There's a 1:1 ratio, so depending upon the size of the bottle. But you don't
just had one of those little squirty bottles.
Like for instance, if you're doing a squirty bottle, you're talking probably 1 tablespoon of acetic acid.
In with water.
In with the water, yep.
So see you next time, and click the link below, subscribe or like us, and keep watching King's Backyard Farming, and you'll get to meet other people like Ian. So thanks a lot. See ya.